We're also streaming. We're ready.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. Good to see everyone today. I want to thank you all for being here today for our inaugural Drive Electric DC Capital Chapter meeting. Today, we want to talk about starting a new chapter of Drive Electric USA or Drive Electric DC. And we kicked off Drive Electric DC a little over a year ago. And for those of you who are watching, it's an opportunity for us to promote electrification in the transportation area in DC and then surrounding communities as well. So we're really excited about it. To learn more, you can go to driveelectricdc.org. I'm getting a real bad echo. And so that's a really good opportunity for us to educate people, share information about the electrification process. We do a lot of community outreach. We work with both public, private, and community sectors to advance electrification in the transportation sector. So we'll go to the next slide. So again, I just want to welcome you all. Thank you for being here. I would like to introduce some members of our team that are working on the project as well. We do have an overall Drive Electric advisory board. And so what we're doing today is we're going to be creating a chapter in DC that can focus on key areas of DC where we need to do more ride and drives, vehicle electrification, community outreach. We really encourage more people to drive electric vehicles. And so we'll have a DC chapter. Later today, we'll also be kicking off for a Prince George's County chapter as well. So we're really excited. This is just day one of trying to get that going, and we're really excited about it. So we'll go next to Ajay. I guess it doesn't say who's what. I can't tell who's next.
Did you want us to introduce ourselves?
Yes.
Okay. So hi everyone, I'm Tracy Thompson. I am I'm a program manager with GWR-CCC. I manage several projects here, including working on this Drive Electric, as well as electric school bus initiatives and a few others. So welcome and happy to be here. Oh, next, Ajay, you want to introduce yourself?
Yep. Hi, everybody. My name is Ajay. I am the Clean Cities and Energy intern, and I'll be working on some MAP projects. And happy to be here.
All right. So we also have Eleanor that's on as well, who has been very involved with the Drive Electric project. Eleanor, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi. Sorry. Hi, I'm Eleanor. I'm the person who does the websites for both the GWR-CCC and for Drive Electric DC. Sort of, I'm your technical person, in terms your web technology person. Thank you.
All right. All right. I don't know if Kim wanted to say anything, but
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kimberly Harden. My role is the Association Manager for GWR-CCC. I am intimately involved with quite a few projects, this being one in terms of support, and glad to be here. Thank you.
all right. I think that Bill introduced himself.
I can do it really quick, and I didn't really introduce myself. So, Bill Griffiths, Fleet Administrator for District of Columbia. I'd like to think we're pretty progressive in the region as far as EVs. We have over 350 EVs, 320 level 2, and we have 15 DC fast chargers. And we just finished our 10-year DC fleet electrification strategy that we've shared internally with the people that make the bigger decisions than me in the district. So and we're really excited about what that looks like for us. And that plan includes everything but police cars. But for other reasons. But we're really excited. And the kind of what we're working on right now is putting together a pilot for begin testing electric trash trucks. So that's our big kind of thing right now. We'd like to get that on the ground, get that going in the next 12 months.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. We'll just definitely make sure we connect you with Geo and You've been working with eBoost already, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think that would be really helpful with those trash trucks. So we do have a big fleet electrification meeting coming up in a couple of weeks. I think Diane from our office had reached out to you. I'll make sure she follows back up with you because I'm sure others would love to hear about those 50 Rivians, and maybe you can bring one over to showcase. That would be nice. Yeah, we'll have it's on the 12th from 10 to noon at 899 North Capitol. So I'll make sure Diane follows back up with you. Kim can do it. So let's get going. Next, we're going to talk about the purpose of the chapter. I think is that who's doing that? I can't see. Doesn't tell me.
Next slide, please. You're just going to go through the program background and the purpose.
Okay, sure. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So there are lots of chapters across the country, and this is a federally funded project. There are lots of Drive Electric chapters across the country. And so a couple of years ago, I was jumping off the roof because I couldn't believe we didn't have one in Metro DC. And so I was able to help us get this going about a year or so ago. So we won a federal grant, and now we are creating chapters. We have an overall chapter for the area, and now we create smaller chapters as well. Drive Electric chapters are active, organized groups of EV owners and supporters. So you don't only have to be an EV driver, you can be a supporter in geographic community across the community or region. It's a volunteer-driven effort, and typical active membership will grow to at least 20 to 30 folks. Group membership should be diverse by race, gender, age, background, political affiliation, with the overall goal of people being committed to electric EV adoption as well. And the office also runs 12 different EV-related projects right now, everything from workplace charging to electric school buses, to we have an MAEP project, which is a Mid-Atlantic Electrification project, where we actually have some EV charging stations we're trying to unload over the next 60 to 90 days. So if you're watching, you want a free EV charging station, we will mail it to you as long as it's for public use. And you have to get it installed, but we do have a bunch of EV charging stations for you. You can go to the next slide. All right, so the purpose of Drive Electric DC Capital Chapter, educating potential, increase the number of EVs on the road, organizing public events, creates opportunities for makers and utility decision makers, journalists, and other folks as well. We do test drives of EVs. We have static, we call vehicle displays, where you can come sit in the vehicles, but you can't drive them. But we also have them where you can't go for a ride in them. Every now and again, we'll let you drive as well. But we do have a lot of electric vehicle showcases because over 90% of the people in our area do not own an electric vehicle, and more than half of the people, according to data in our area, have never even been in an electric vehicle. So there's a lot of education that's necessary. Educate policymakers on the strengths and weaknesses of EV policies and specific policy recommendations. Our office, Greater Washington Region Clean Cities, we do a lot of commenting on legislation. We do a lot of technical assistance, a lot of information sharing, a lot of policy and practical implementation recommendations for both the public and private sector as it relates to EVs and electrification for vehicles as a whole. We meet other enthusiasts in your community and have fun. That's one of the biggest things. So, this next few months, we always try to bring out electric vehicles at as many things as possible, so that people, ordinary folks, people in the industry, just folks from every walk of life can have fun. Some of the other chapters do like a coffee and conversation, EV coffee and conversation, where we meet up at coffee shops. Some meet up at donut shops. Some meet up at supermarkets or malls. And so we've not done the coffee shop thing, but we've been talking about doing that. So that's something that the local chapter would like to do. We also like to bring EVs out at different cultural events and celebrations as well. We just had an Earth Day walk, and we had electric vehicles out there as well. I think we had around 7 or 10 EVs out there. Go to the next slide. All right. Am I reading that too, or is that
I can do that.
Okay, good.
Right. So the 4 key pillars that we have in terms of the purpose of this chapter is engaging, interacting, educating, and having fun, right? So with that in mind, we have like 3 key ideas. The first one is ride and drive events. We are planning to do this at community spaces like local churches or community centers. So folks actually have a feel of what it is to drive an electric vehicle. Uh, Second thing is ask an owner pop-ups. We want folks to directly interact with people who own EVs to understand things like range anxiety, understanding the benefits of using it, and just having a real conversation and not like a sales pitch. We are planning to have these pop-ups at uh, farmers markets, local festivals, and I know there's a lot that happens in DC. I know there's one in Glower Park because we have a Glower Park Day. So there's a lot of events that keep happening at supermarkets, libraries, and even eventually at local workplaces where folks can talk about having an EV. And lastly, we are also thinking of creating localized resources where we have guides on charger installation, on how policies impact at your local level, and also understanding the expectations of the local community. And also coming up with FAQs on rebates, tax credits, etc. Can you go to the next slide, please? Right. So those were our ideas, but we are also open to ideas that folks have, because at the end of the day, this is volunteer run and led chapters. So in terms of you can use the Zoom chat to send in suggestions or later on email us. But we are looking for suggestions in terms of the frequency of the meetings. If you have any recommendations on where these ride and drive events can happen or ask an owner pop-ups can come up, we are open to that. Or any other ideas in general, we are open to do that. and GWRCCC in general, we have done some big events. Like we had a huge vehicle expo along the National Mall a few weeks ago. So we are always open to new ideas. The next slide should have the next steps. We are looking to create a leadership team. So we are open to having interests expressed. It could be through Zoom right now or later on through an email. That will be the next steps where we have a leadership team because we want these chapters to be led by volunteers locally. And the first step also is to join the Facebook group. So I can put in the link for the Facebook group. It should be a combined Facebook group soon for Drive Electric DMV. So we have folks from both the DC Capital chapter and Prince George's County chapter in one space. And you can already see there's a lot of posters up and coming. So we want to create a community, and joining this Facebook group would be the first step there. And that's also a place where you can express an interest if you want to be part of the inaugural leadership team. The next slide, please. Right. So we have two major upcoming events. From the 12th of September to the 12th of October is the Drive Electric Month. So joining the Facebook group would be a great place to keep updated on events that are being planned. And on the 23rd of October, we have our flagship Greater Washington Region Clean Cities Coalition's annual conference. If you are part of EV 101 or other events in the past, you must have got information about this. If not, this is a good time to save the dates in your calendar. For our annual conference, it brings together leaders from different parts of the government, stakeholders, private sector, and it's a great event. So these are the two major upcoming events that we have, and save the dates for that. The last slide should have our social media handles and email IDs. So if you can email us at info@gwrccc.org, we'll be happy to respond in terms of expressing interest for the leadership team or just understanding how you can be a part of the community going forward. And you can subscribe to our newsletter, another way where you get a lot of resources. I can put in the link for that again over here, or if you go to gwrccc.org, you can join our mailing list on the website, and our website is updated with a lot of events that's coming up. Or follow us on Instagram at gwrccc. So that's the end of our presentation. We are open to questions, and thank you for your patient listening.
Awesome. So that was fantastic. Great information, Ajay. So what I'd like to be able to do is have folks go around. I think we only have Bill on. Maybe he can.
There's also Steve on. No, we didn't have Steve introduce himself.
Oh, Steve, how are you?
Just fine, Antoine. It's good to see you back in Alexandria.
Yes, how's it going?
Good. So thanks for having me. I'm Steve Banashak. I'm an Alexandria resident. Also work with the Virginia Clean Cities, as well as I'm the state EV chair for the Virginia chapter of the Sierra Club. And I'm basically an interested party. I like to attend EV events, bring my one of our EVs to show, and I'm always interested in helping and advocating. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Awesome. Fantastic. Do you golf at all? We got a big golf tournament coming up on July 9th.
Nah, golf's not my thing.
Don't worry, I play at it. I'm not that good, but I love going to golf tournaments. I'm going to 2 this month and about probably 2 each month for the next few months as well. So, but I enjoy it. I'm actually going to 2 this month, or next month, I should say. So that should be exciting. All right, sounds good. Good. Well, we got to get you to bring one of your EVs out to one of the events that we put on, because we are always putting on something. We love to have vehicles out as well. So wanted to find out from anyone that's on a couple housekeeping items. So we did talk about today, we just wanted to have an organizing meeting about the getting the DC chapter up and running. I'd love to see if anyone's interested in helping to chair the committee as well. So definitely love to see if any of you are interested in being. We do have some folks who could not make it, and we'll look at trying to have some meetings during the day and maybe some in the evening as well, because we know that there are, people that are working right now. So some folks could not join the call. So we'll look at having meetings during the day and also probably try to rotate. But I think for some of the folks, they said nights are better for them. But I think the big thing we wanted to accomplish today was trying to set up a regular meeting time, and also seeing if any of you would like to be part of the leadership for the DC Drive Electric effort in DC.
And so on this bill, I definitely want to participate. I'm not so sure I have the capacity to take on a chairmanship with everything I've got going on right now, but definitely want to be participate and like be as involved as I can be, and DC government fleet will help as best we can.
No, that's understandable. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. And Diane, I just re-emailed you about the event as well for July 12th, which I'm sure you should be able to talk about lessons learned with fleet electrification in your sleep.
Yes, I can do that.
I didn't think that would be a difficult topic for you. So,
no,
I'm sure, especially the project you just worked on with the consultant and everything. So that should be good. All right. So, so yeah, if we can just at this point, if you and Steve can be on the committee, we have 7 or 8 other people, actually 8 other people that have signed up to be a part of this committee as well. And so looking for, we have Quentin Washington, Michael Bryan, Lawrence Lee, Adria Woods, and Steve and Joe and Devin. So we will follow up with them and get our next meeting scheduled. A quick question for everyone. What is better for you all? Is it better at night, or is it better during the day? Is it 6 o'clock better, or is it afternoon at 2 o'clock better for you guys? For you all?
I can make whatever work.
Okay. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I'm pretty flexible. I mean, it just varies depending on what's going on down in Virginia, whatever. So,
and we'll have different speakers, and some of the different chapters have some very elaborate things they do. Some are very relaxed, but many of them have different speakers. They have different policy topics. They talk about events. They do some fundraising. I don't know if we want to get that far into it, but we'll try to do everything. The office will do everything we can to kind of bolster and support the chapter. But our main thing will be to get you all meeting at least once a month. Our big target now is looking at some things to bring electric vehicles out at this summer in DC. especially in some of the areas that don't get vehicle showcases a lot. On June 19th, there is a Juneteenth event during the day in DC in Ward 8. And we're probably going to try to bring out like 2 or 3 electric vehicles or 4 that day, just for maybe like 2 hours. It's not a long event, but if we can come out, I think they're estimated to have like 500 or 600 people there. It's at a social work organization that works with social workers, and they're having a big event that day. It is a holiday for some, but we look to bring some vehicles out in DC in an area of the district that normally don't have a lot of vehicle showcases. We will also go to places where they are somewhat common, but not as common. Like I would love to do, and it's something for you all to think about. We'd love to do something. Last year we just didn't get around to it. We were looking at doing a vehicle showcase at the wharf, and then one time we looked at the national at the harbor, Washington Harbor, and of course, there are other places we could look at doing some. Also our office is right by Union Station, and that's very, very busy there too. But it's not in the heart of neighborhoods, but it's always a great place. Now, there are a lot of the taxis that come in there that many of them, not all of them, but some of them are electric. But in terms of trying to really interface with the folks who live or work in DC, those are just some of the places that we were thinking about as well. We also had talked about doing a vehicle showcase in front of City Hall as well. Bill, I'm not sure if you're aware of that. We had met with Andrew about a year and a half ago or so, and we had talked about also doing a vehicle showcase in front of City Hall to showcase some of the electric vehicles and things like that. We wanted to get the council involved. I had talked with Bill Mendelson a couple times, but that might be something we can also look at doing either later this year. That might be a good event to do around Drive Electric Month, to do something at City Hall as well. That might be something if we start early. It doesn't have to be long. They do something at Atlanta City Hall that was really nice, a couple hour event, but just a couple of different ideas of things for you to think about.
I definitely think that would be something good. I just think that the optics, I was just reading something about like decision making and optics this morning at breakfast, but like just optically, if the budget, if we're still in a bad space with the budget, like do we want to be showcasing, these vehicles in front of the Wilson building? I think if we get a budget win, if the Senate passes and we get our money, I think it's a win-win event, because I think the environmental impact, I think, is still there, and we've made huge strides in this, not only with EV but with, like, as you know, our biodiesel program too as well. So I think the EV piece would be a good win for us.
Yeah, let's prayerfully they'll do the right thing and release the funding, and we'll see what happens. So we don't have to make a decision on that now. Maybe next month we can look at where we definitely want to do something for Drive Electric Month, but we don't have to make a decision on where we want to do it at until next month, so we can start planning it. We're not waiting to the last minute. We can also one of the things I had talked with the Washington Nationals about was doing something at one of their baseball games as well. I know September is towards the end of their season, but we could also look at doing something at one of the baseball games. So that have a built-in audience. We can bring some vehicles out there as well.
Yeah.
And that'll be easy, not totally easy, but we got a site, we got an audience, and it's built in. So think about a couple things and then we'll go from there. Any questions, any ideas, any other things you all want to think about? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll schedule another meeting for July. What is today? Today's the 29th. So June 29th is a Sunday, so we can't do the 29th. All right, so let's look at the 26th at the same time.
Works for me.
Okay, so I will update. We have everyone's information. We'll drop you all's information into our we'll add your information to the calendar invite, and then we'll have everyone meet on the 26th at 2:00. If there's a speaker or someone you all would like to have invited to come, is there a speaker that you all would like for us to invite to come give a few remarks? Anyone you all think could be a vehicle, could be an industry person, it could be a legislator, local, state, federal, could be anything. You don't have to decide today, but you have any thoughts?
Yeah, let me put some thoughts to that and think about moving back to the region after 10 years. Like I'm still making contacts here locally, but yeah, it would be good to get somebody if we could. Let me get some thoughts to it.
No problem. No problem. Steve, you have anyone you'd like to see at the meeting as a speaker?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, I'm always interested to see what Metro's doing with their Metro buses.
Oh my God. Let me pull my little hair follicles out my head.
Yeah, exactly. That's so, but no, not off the top of my head.
And we can invite Metro. I mean, they've had some layoffs and some turnover. I'm sure they're doing something. One of the things that our office has been extremely concerned about, and I know they're making some progress, is at the very least trying to get them to get charging stations at more of the transit stations. So it just puzzles me why all the transit stations do not have charging stations for the riders, especially at the kiss and ride lots. They actually have a lot in Maryland, not every place, but they have more in Maryland than they have in per capita in DC.
Yeah, I mean that would certainly be a perfect thing, but same thing for on-ride charging for the buses. So I know they got their first electric buses coming. If they haven't already arrived, I know they had two, but haven't seen enough.
We hope to get a bunch from the federal money. Those are, I think, I don't know how many of them are going to be in DC, but they are going to the Northern Virginia garage.
Yeah, the Center Bed Road.
Yeah, Center Bed Road.
Right.
Now there is some federal money. There's a $1.5 billion that's available for transit fleets right now. The applications are due next month. So if your folks are applying, we will do letters of support and offer any technical assistance. It's due, I think, like the first or second week in July. It's a low to no emission grant from US DOT. So that money is on the street now. We have been promoting it on our social media platforms. We will be pushing it out pretty aggressively leading up until the deadline as well. So, Bill, I'm not sure if you were working with DDOT on that, or I think I sent it to Al Carr and Harris as well from DOEE, but there's a $1.5 billion available for fleets And that's what many of the transit folks are using to, that's a big pot of money for grants. I think
We're working with DOE on two potential projects.
okay, so that low-no grant, that's a great source of opportunity. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you all. Thanks to the team and everyone. If you're not following us on Drive Electric DC, make sure you do that. We do have a Facebook group. We also have the driveelectricdc.org website. If you've not checked that out, please go to driveelectricdc.org website. Did I miss it? Did I cover everything, Tracy and Ajay?
Yes.
All right. So last thing I will mention you all are invited on Thursday, June 12th, 10 a.m. to noon. We'll have some lunch will be included as well. I see Devin has joined us, some Lee's Charger. Thanks for joining us, Devin. Thank you for joining us. He's an EV charging installer. So on June 12th, 10 a.m. to noon, we're having our monthly industry meeting. We're going to have 2 awesome panels. We'll have a couple other speakers as well. It'll focus on fleet electrification. So we have 2 power panels. Bill will be one of the speakers talking about the 300 plus electric vehicles that DC has on the road. He's got 50 new Rivians, and hopefully he'll bring one of those he can park out front and showcase for everyone. Those things are amazing. We'll look forward. So please register. You go right to our website as well. So that's June 12th. Hopefully you all can attend and be a part of this great movement. Thank you all. Have